Sharon. I am not even sure of my hey guys, what's going on? Let me know if it's a video. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Hey everybody, how are you? It's Sharon, just stopping in for a quick minute. It's been a while since I've been here, but I know that it's time for me to do so. Hey, Joyful Julie. Hey, great seeing you. Oh my goodness, I have been off the grid almost. I have at least three. Okay, great. I made at least three videos. I haven't posted them. Thank you for the thumbs up. I haven't posted them. And once again, I'm not consistent. I'm trying to make these 3,000 watch hours. Is it 500 subscribers with 3,000 watch hours or 1,000 and 4,000? 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, whatever it is. I was just talking about, I just did a quick video and I'm going to post it because when I came, yeah, so is it, but I thought it went to 5 and 3,000. My thing is that when I came on YouTube, I wasn't very intentional about, hours and connecting with people. I was just here consuming like everybody else. And because RNT CEO really it is a brand, and I'm on different platforms with it. But I just thought, you know what, let me just sit on that on YouTube and use it, actually the videos for my clients. So some of, okay, five, you know what, I think maybe, I don't even know if I have 700 hours, but I think I can. I can really do it by the year. I was trying to do it live, to do one of those silent lives, but I still haven't gotten around to it. So I'm going to need to do that. So definitely I am going to pick things up during the year. I do a lot of travel. Sometimes I wish that I could turn my camera on. When I went to California, it was a little bit 24-hour trip and I was back. I didn't even get to see anything in Cali. I've been to California before a couple of times, but this was flying into LAX. I spoke at a conference there that it was at the airport. And so I flew in early Friday morning and I flew out on the red eye 11:15 p.m. The Saturday night. So I did. Cristina Martinez Soya de Paraguay. Oh, you're in Paraguay. Hello and welcome. Hola. Do you speak Spanish over there or Portuguese? So for me, it's a lot of traveling. I mean, I have not really. Okay, God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. All right, great to have you here. But I'm doing from Amsterdam. Hello. Yeah, I know how to do the loop, actually. Yeah, I'm probably going to use our stream. What is it? Our stream, and then the other wants me to pay 40 something dollars a month for that. So I've thought about it. So I'm probably, because I have stuff to do on the loop. Like I said, radio and audio is my thing. Lots of software that I use for my business. There's stuff that I use for my business, and I'm like, oh, am I going to add it? So, you know what, Miss Julie? Restream, yes, Restream. I know somebody else who did it, and actually I signed up for it, never completed it. Samuel from Nigeria, big up Nigeria. I have a Detroit accent. And Sean Gothic TV, what's up? All right, everybody, welcome on in. Please give a thumbs up. If you're here chatting with me, I'll give you a shout out. You be nice about it. Just tap the screen, 1, 2, 3, and let me know that you're in the house. Nice voice, beautiful lady. Aura, what's up? Haro. Okay, I'm reading that backwards. Fortunate Kid, what's up? Come on, guys, give me a thumbs up. I'm here, I'm chilling. It's a little bit cool. It's about 62 degrees, and I'm in another state. Good evening, Lagos Star 701. Come on, y'all. If you're in the house and you want me to give you a shout out, I am on the Rupert, Orange to see you. I'm in the building. Yo, Rupert, what's up? I'll be coming to Atlanta pretty soon. I look beautiful. Look at that. Fortnite Kid, underscore kid. Yo, are you giving me a thumbs up? What's up with that? Gothic Shawnee, TV, what's your favorite type of music? I do love a lot of instrumental music. I do love reggae. I like a little bit of classical. And the types of music that I like is very eclectic. And that's how I used to play on my radio. I used to report to a magazine, and I remember they called me and they said, "Listen, we see that you play all types of music, but can you just stick to reggae?" So I do like a lot of reggae music. Guys, it's a little bit cool out here. I don't know how long I can do this, but they're only 4 thumbs up. I like reggae. If you could track in time, who would you like to meet? Well, a lot of people talking about Bob Marley. Big up yourself, Fortnite underscore kid. Oh, my bad. Here you go. Bop, bop, bop. Come on, hit the screen. I met Bob Marley, and I can't say I met him, but he was on a stage performing in Montego Bay, Jamaica back in the 70s. So my claim to fame is that I actually saw him in person. So if I could go back in time, who I would want to talk to, no, I've never really thought of that. But I like to watch documentaries. I love to read. So that to me is pretty good. You know, let me tell you, this view is so nice, but I purposely don't want to show it all. Bob was cool. If you could change one thing about your past, what would it be? If I could change one thing, if I could turn back time. I wanted to see a few people in concert, believe it or not. Wanted to see Prince, but he's gone, right? If I could turn back time. Nah, Sean. Cool. Could you change one thing about your past? What would it be? I believe in predestination. So for me to say I want to change anything, it's really difficult to do that. Fortnite kid, boy, thank you for, I only have 4 thumbs up, but you know, it's all good if that's the only place that I can get it. Yeah, so for me, it's never about going back in time and so forth. I like to watch old movies, and that's good enough for me, but it said, I got bullied at school today. Can you do something to make funny? Ah, boy, let me tell you. To make you feel good, right? Sometimes we want to feel good. Go watch a movie. I'm seeing 5. Okay, cool. Thank you. I always say whenever you feel you're not having a good day, for me, I like to listen to good movies. I like to comedies. I love comedies. Anything that's going to make me laugh, all right? So hurt people hurt people. So it may be somebody that's or what advice would you give people nowadays? YOLO. The same advice they give me, YOLO, which means you only live once. I said, live your life. If one thing I can say, do good and it will follow you. That's it. That's how I've always lived my life. And sometimes it causes problems because people say, are you really like that? You can make a choice. Make a choice, Gothic. Shawnee, Gothic TV, great questions. Live your life. Yeah, for me, always just live my life with good people. I've always, Joyful Julie is here, underscore Rupert. I am underscore Rupert. These are the people that I attract in my life. They're good people. No, absolutely not. Not a controversial figure at all. I think sometimes once we figure this thing out, that Shawnee Gothic TV, usually I'm doing the interviewing, but thank you for placing me in the hot seat. I like your advice. Would you describe yourself as a controversial figure? If I were a controversial figure, I would have way more followers than this. Because that's one of the things about people, charismatic leaders, all of them in history. If you go back to history, whether they are good or bad, they are commercial. And so that has happened. Well, Fortnite kid, I'm going to tell you something right now. You've just, your time is up. And my thing is this, be careful what you put out in the universe, because baby, it comes back with you. It comes back to you, all right? So no need to be immature. If you're not able to handle it here, we're going to put you in timeout, right? The world smiles with Basil. Good afternoon, Orange to CEO. it's a good view for sure. I sure believe in what you're saying. Do good and good will follow you. That's how I've always believed. Some of you, maybe I've never really introduced myself fully, and you see RN to CEO, which is a part of my brand and why we're here on YouTube, because most of the videos that you guys don't get to see, they're in my academy. Yeah, I figured. Yeah. And so a lot of my clients, that's how they would see some of the stuff that I do. So I have actually have hundreds of videos. Okay, cool. Would you describe yourself as religious or spiritual? Why do we always have to put our it it yeah, it will scramble your brain. So Darian, big up yourself. Unfortunately, I can't stay wrapping things up at work. Yeah, man, I understand. Thank you for the love, for the thumbs up. Thank you for being here. Hey guys, Darren speaks, Derron speaks. Julie and Ruth, make sure that you are following him. He's from Jamaica, and dude went viral without even trying. He has some really great conversations, and I've always been thinking about how I could share. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop his channel so you guys can go there. Just really good conversation. And this is what I'm telling you. These are, and thank you for stopping. You do good, it will follow you. For all my years, over 25 years being a nurse, I've always wanted to do good. And the only thing I ask is that if ever a family member or anybody that I love is in a hospital, people will give the same wonderful care that I've given. So that's all you can do. You got to understand that you can shift and move. You want me to go deep, Shawnee, Gothic TV? You want to understand how you can shift and move the sphere. You can shift it with your words. You can shift it with your thoughts. You can shift it with your deeds. You can really do that. The power of the Almighty is within us. It is within us. And if enough of us, like I say, like attract like, during the pandemic, there were so many people that were praying, that were putting good thoughts out there. And together, somehow, it meets, right? And it's the same thing. There were some people who were depressed. There were some people. Yeah, man, check out Darren. Good young man. Good young man. You're gonna like his his topics. And there's another nurse, Think Nursing, and they're from Jamaica. And the perspective, because my thing is this, guys. I'm gonna be all over the place, so it's like playing tennis and you're throwing all these balls at me. It's all good. They speak from a perspective of being a nurse in Jamaica, but here they're here in the States. And so I never, I didn't train in Jamaica. I trained here in the States. The world smiles with Basil. You're absolutely right. Vilma Davis, hello. Hey, everybody. Oh, my gosh. And what I'm doing is this. I'm following a lot of you. I screenshot. So because I understand YouTube don't like the sub for sub business, right? So don't can understand what I say. So that's why I wait 24 to 48 hours. Then come back and we like it. So yeah, I believe in Think Nursing. Oh my God, there she is. I was just speaking about her. All right, Joyful Julie, and I'm _ Rupert, and the world's with Basil. There she is, Think Nursing. Please follow her. She's all nurse from Jamaica. And Think Nursing, the reason, what's her first name anyway? But the thing is this, she tells such a good story. Once you start listening to her, you're going to get hooked. Gothic TV, I learn a lot from you. Where did you get your knowledge from? Man, I think, we're given it by the Most High. Yeah, Think Nursing. I'm going to have all these people are going to follow you. Check her out. You're not Stacy, yes, and I'm Sharon. But, if you say RNTC, it don't matter. I just love good people. Guys, I have been very intentional about me being on YouTube. I wanted to meet amazing people. I'm not worried about the going viral. I've been on radio, guys, longer than I've been a nurse, and I've been a nurse 25 years. So I've had thousands, maybe even millions of listeners for me in the genre. And I chose to live my life a certain way, very quiet. I turned down lots of opportunities. Rupert's to be on radio too, so Rupert knows me. I've done events, I've done it all. And I'm telling you guys, the most important thing is just live good with people. Just live good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just good people, and you will find them. I, like I said, I'm a nurse, I'm a business coach. I don't even come and fix it here on YouTube, but if you follow some of my stuff, you'll see my wins and the people that I've worked with and the connections I've made. And that's why I'm going to tell you guys, do good. It's not always about money. You will be in places and spaces that you will meet some of the most amazing people. And as long as you have integrity, they will pick up their phone for you. I don't care how much money they have. Yes, and Darren Speaks, all Rupert, Derron, Darren Speaks. You want to find them. You want to go on their channel, good stuff. And so that's what I'm saying, guys. Do good. It may sound like a broken record, but it will follow you. I think I heard, was it you, Stacy? Think Nursing was talking about, and all of us have experienced it. We've had this experience when we were younger. Yes, positive people that we would wonder why our parents, or especially my grandparents, always giving away always giving stuff. And I would just feel annoyed because we would have to stop what we were doing and go and give our stuff at people's house. Guys, if you haven't tapped the screen or do a thumbs up, you're more than welcome to do there. Yeah. Yes. And so, yeah, I'm going to tell you guys that what happened is this. I never understood. And so all right, so I'm from Montego Bay. I was born in Montego Bay. I've been in America a long time, over 40 something years. All right, Stacy, Think Nursing. Yeah, be safe. And I remember going to the country in St. Elizabeth. You guys know Newmarket? Well, we lived a little bit out. My grandparents live a little bit out of Newmarket. And so every summer, our parents would ship us off right to the country, and that's where we would be. And then when nothing come from Montego Bay, oh, go over so and so and give them some stuff. Whole dog, please. And so I had to go. I came here when I was 11 going on 12. And so I remember passing my common entrance to go to Malt Alvernia, white and blue. But that's the year we left. So I left the July 29th, 1978. Do the math. Long time, right? But I remember the summers going up there and always, oh, go say so and so and give this and give that. But let me tell you, after my grandparents passed and in the 80s when we would go back, did you know there were people who remembered us, that we were well-mannered? And see what our parents were doing, our grandparents, I should say, there was a reason why they were doing that, because their legacy, it lives on. We're talking about a brand. We think branding is just our colors and so forth. Your brand is what they about you when you're not in the room. So if you are, I'm going to mix this up so hopefully you can follow me. So if you are looking to, you say, my brand, what is my brand? It is what people say about you when you are not in the room. And so it's like, it's your essence. And so my grandparents, right, their essence lived on. It superseded them. Because all that going and giving, doing this, but no matter how much they gave, we still had enough. And so in my mind, I've always believed that, that when they say, I say, my mom is always do your best and let God do the rest, right? And there's always room for more. And so for me, I've never, I choose. See, the brain doesn't understand the word not. So I'm going to have double negatives. So in other words, so let me just say to you, I choose to be positive. I choose to be thankful and grateful, right? In advance. With it prim and proper, right? Those days, manners and real was the order of the day. Yeah. So that was the thing. So if you choose to live your life in a way that I am going to have an amazing day at work, even when it's come up, it's because a choice. You don't have to do anything. You choose to. You choose to do things. You don't have to pay your rent, You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to even pay the light bill. You don't have to do nothing. If you do it, you know the consequences, right? But you choose to. And sometimes people will say, that's why I'm careful around people say, but what about people who can't afford it and can't do this? I always say, do well. You want to do well in your business. Because all of us we've experienced where it seemed like some things were they weren't coming as fast as we wanted to, right? You have a choice. And yes, the world's smart with Basil. Is it basil or basil? Basil, right? Basil for one, and basil two. Right. And so you don't have to do any of those things, guys. And it's the power of choice, and say what you want. And so when you've been at the place in the space where you think you did not have enough, right? What I do is this. And I've done a lot of training, personal development. And let me tell you something, especially we Caribbean people, me if I talk so don't know what I'm saying, right? Isn't that funny? We can't talk and you know what I'm saying. Most of my friends, right, are multi-millionaires. A lot of them have the Caribbean background because something that we already have, right, Julie? You know what I say? You know how the thing's set up, right? Rupert, favorite word, how the thing's set up. Because we have this thing that it's not like we don't fear anybody. It's just like, no, me go make what they say, why? Use your hand and turn your hand and turn fashion, right? Use your hand and turn fashion. Something like that, right? And so I've always felt, all right, so if I don't have this, I can. So for me now, guys, so I've been a nurse so many years. I sometimes talk about on the other platforms. It took me 4 years before I left bedside. Not that I couldn't. It's because it's in the mind. It's really in the mind. Because yeah, I had my paycheck, my 36 hours. I wouldn't work in anything more than 36 hours. That was it. And so I had my 36 hours. I got my money. I could go on my vacation. I could do what. But the number one thing to me was freedom and flexibility. Turn your hand and make fashion. You know what I say? So for me now, with this big mouth and all the things that I can talk and all the knowledge that I have, like Think Nursing, I've been listening to you. I said, man, girl, if we ever get them to talk, because you gave so much knowledge, and it's okay. Like I tell people, give freely, give freely. Give freely. I told you guys I went to California, right? A little bit over 4 hours. I do not walk with business cards. The way that I work, I presented. I don't need to use a PowerPoint because I know how to read the room. I know the feeling of it. And I had a whole breakout session. I walked out of there with clients. Because my thing is, I always say, they're like, I used to have people would say to me, when they follow me and some of my stuff, they're like, I never really see you sell anything. And then they come into my community and they see all these people and they're like, I said, because clients, they know me. When they meet me, they know and I know them. There's a connection. You can run your business that way. And so I've had nurse practitioners, like when I listen to Think Nursing, and I tell them, you give. Right? Just like how you would go in the supermarket here, those people you don't even know if their hand clean. They have cheese and stuff on the little toothpicks, or if you go in the food court and they just want you to get a little something, so that that they can so that you would want more. They want you to try. And so all of this, there are systems to it. Let me talk business with y'all now. It's a system. So you're giving a ton of value. That's how I give a lot of value. So my clients, many of them never met me because I tell you my voice. If you close your eyes and you listen, or you're just driving and you listen, it's my voice that I use. And I've been doing it for many years, but people will feel you and know. And I have a client that's former client. She is a nurse practitioner. And by all the information that she had, we turned it into programs for her, Think Nursing. We turned it into teaching other nurse practitioners. There's so many people want to do what you are doing. Believe it or not, people will invest where they see value. Remember this. People invest where they see value. She invested with me. I showed her how to get her return, or recurring return off investment. Just like many of us, we want our education. We invested in that. There's system, there's structures, there are things that you need to put in place. So when people say, hey, I want what you have, because people will say, oh, people want what I have for free. I told somebody, I can give you for what you think you can take from me. I will give you more than you think you can take. I will give it to you. And I don't lose anything, because the more that I give, the more that comes in. I can't sit with everything like this little thing on top of my head, right? I can't sit with all of that knowledge, right? I give that. And so I'm in masterminds. I'm in places and spaces where I've met amazing people. You see what I mean? Word of mouth, yes. And so somebody invited me and I went. Why? Because they needed something. And I sat on the phone 2 hours with that individual and say, bam, 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 this is how you do this, bam. And that individual was a giver also. And he said, you know what? All these years I've been doing this, and here you came and you gave me something that was so valuable. The person remembered that. Right? And I didn't do it just because of that. It's because that, oh, no problem. You got about 2 hours. I took 2 hours out of my day, shut down my stuff, and I did that. Yes, no problem, man. Just listen. Kissy inspirational. Lord, me I tell you, Jamaica. Listen, me about to do something if Jamaica I take over YouTube. Casey inspirational, y'all. Tails and her sister VC. Make sure say on a screenshot and follow these folks. Casey inspirational and her sister. Wait, Casey, where VC there? Vibing with VC. Yes, that's who I met first. Right? So this is what I'm saying, guys. You have so much knowledge. It is worth investing in yourself and turn it into something else recurring, right? And so that's it. So that I can be here. So I haven't been at bedside since March 7th, 8th, or 9th. I remember it was a Saturday going to a 2020, just before the pandemic. And I decided to go fully into the coaching, and I've coached all these years along with my business because people want information, right? And so you have to learn, how do I show up powerfully? All right, I'm seeing 0. I don't know if anybody is on here. Let me know if you guys can still hear me or see me. I don't know if the internet went out. Yes, no problem. Yes, please, guys. Can you guys? Okay, there's 5 people on the live. So that's what I give value. When I first started, Joyful Julie was on my live and just showed up in amazing ways for me. And I really appreciate it. I was like, Miss Julie, I'm a mentor. Okay, yeah. One of the things I also want to say, yes, so give. And then if there's something that you want to learn, you want to know how to do it properly, price it, package it, position it, and all of that stuff. Because let me tell you, coaching is a business. I'm telling you, it is a business, guys. So many people I see with the skills and like, wow, how do I turn it into a business already given value? One person I met years ago, and I remember her saying, and you guys would all know her, about at least 95% of y'all would know her. We were in a room together, and she said, wow, see the passion that you have for what you're doing. Now let me teach you how to make some money. And some of us, we don't want to connect money with what we're doing, but listen to this. If you understand who you are and whose you are and why you do what you do, ask yourself, why am I doing what I do? And who do you serve? So I'm very clear on who my market, who they are, and how I speak to them. I have 2 kinds of audience, right? I have the healthcare wellness business audience, and I have those in the gospel arena, right? That's a little bit different, that market, because a genre. So, but I have Christian business people. All right, no problem, Rupert. Yeah. And so my thing is, how do you show up? And I think I want to do it. How do you serve people when you're already given so much? You decide that you want to systemize what you do. Systems are important, right? So systems are important. You need systems in place in order for you to turn what you already know into something. Yes. So what the person said to me, let me show you how to make money. What do you want to do? My why. My why is the things that I'm doing now. I've always traveled. I started traveling on medical missions back in 2007. I wanted to volunteer. And so that's my giving back. And so volunteer on medical missions with nonprofits because I wanted to, that's my thing. And so for me, I serve high achievers. So when you know who you serve, who are they? High achievers. That's it. If you're not a high achiever, you ain't my client, who want to live an extraordinary life. Do you want to live an extraordinary life? Right? Okay. And they want the flexibility, the freedom, and finances to take care of the people and the causes that are important to them. So if you want freedom, you want flexibility and the finances, listen to this, to take care of the people and the causes that are important to them, then you fall into, then you can self-select into what it is that I do. So that's why you don't serve everybody. You can't serve everybody. And I'm not looking to serve everybody, right? So when you have a personal philosophy, when you understand those things, then you don't have a problem. And so this is when she said to me how to learn to make money, because she said good people do good things with their money. So when you're able to do well, because, you know, remember I said before, sometimes we've all gone through those rough patch, right? So when you now, like I'm doing well, I can write checks. You know, when you're doing well and your business is doing well, when you see me, I think Julie may sometimes, I don't put all the places and stuff that I do, but when you're doing well, you can help other people. You can support other causes. So that's why when people say, oh, about the money, no, because they're people, if you are familiar with nonprofits, you don't have to have the money. Many of the times, I don't have the money, but the people that we know, see, the contacts, proximity is everything. There are people with money who are looking to invest in causes. And so that goes back to soul and reaping, right? VC in the house. Oh my God, all of Jamaica wanna take over YouTube. Lord have his mercy, wanna do so. Hey, Joyful Julie, VC is in the house. VC takes everybody all over the parish. I'm just like, VC, when you gonna write that book? You know, I'm like, let me hook you up. Hey, VC, this is Think Nursing. Think Nursing, you think you blow up? No, you're going to blow up big time, especially when they hook you up with Nemo 4. It is on up in this piece. You heard? Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. And I was saying VC, how I found VC. I was watching YouTube and there was this young lady who said, oh, I didn't spend money for a year. I really didn't buy it. No, she said, I didn't buy any new clothes because I was really, and all of her stuff was nice, but she was like, I was being very disciplined. You know, I was paying off whatever bills and I was working from a budget. And I was like, oh, so I got really hooked. And then I would see her in different places in Montego Bay and different parishes she would go. And I was like, okay. And so that's how I started following her. And then I'm like, VC, when you're going to write the book like my girlfriend, my friend, Budget Nista? Listen, guys, the people that I'm referring y'all to, you are not going to be disappointed. There's also Darren, Derron Speaks. He's a Jamaican nurse, but he always talk about, but his stuff is like 90K. The man was in a care talk or just talking and his numbers just go off the chain. So that I got a call from Cola Summit today. I'll tell you more about it. Michelle, what? Okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So yeah, guys, you guys are going to have great connections here, and good people attract each other. And so this is it. When you know something, guys, there are people who want to know that. And when VC was talking about all the stuff she does, you know, like Dan Kennedy, and I'm like, wow, she reminded me of my friend, Budget Nista, Tiffany, the Budget Nista. And Tiffany would come to my events, guys. Tiffany, when she was writing that book, handwritten, 1999, her book, and she would come and speak at my events in October, which was her birthday, and that was great of her. She lives less than 20 minutes away from me, and so I've seen her, and that's why I don't harp on people's money, because I was there to see the work. I was there to see the movement, and she was very clear on what she was doing, and she really serves people who don't have the money. And her last thing, she said her business is worth like, what, $20 million? Just from telling people who Casey's Kitchen Creation. Okay, guys, you all got to connect with Casey's Kitchen Creation. Y'all screenshot. Casey's in the house. Casey's always over there baking. Casey, I was making waffles for my grandsons this morning and I thought of you. I was trying to do everything out and I was like, I don't know how you do it because everything was just like out of order. Everybody here on this line, amazing guys. Yes. Oh my goodness. Everybody here is amazing. Man, we are take over YouTube, man, I tell you. This is what I'm saying. I look at people and that's why I don't coach family. It's hard to coach family because after a while they're like, okay, you're just telling us what to do. You're just this, and they're getting the results. But in other words, I'm saying if you have a gifting and a skill and you really feel that you can help others with it, then you do that. And then if you have the money, you go give it away or whatever. But people are going to invest in where they see value. So that's why I'm saying with Casey, when I'm done with your girl, I go have the book, the journal, the talk, the workshops. Case VC, VC was like, oh, I'm just doing it because I love it. And she is. That's the thing. And you are passionate about something and you're not just harping on money. Everything else, once you put the other things in place, the money, it happens. Now, somebody mentioned marketing. Yes, marketing is everything. Marketing is how people see you. Sales is how you get paid. That's a system right there. So share the knowledge. Absolutely. There's another person who comes on, Barry walking exercise with Barry. Who is Barry walking exercise every morning? This gentleman, he's an elderly Jamaican man, live in Florida. He and his wife, they go walking every morning, like for 2 hours, just talking and walking. And because of them too, I got back out there walking. There's also Betty's Corner. Betty is a lady in Jamaica sitting on behind our sewing machine. And I love to listen to the humming off the machine. So when I'm in my office, I play it loud and people passing by looking like, what is going on? Barry got his 4K. Yeah. And so, guys, that's the thing. So I'm going to have to try the number now. I'm hopping out for a bit. I hope you're still here when I come back. I don't know. I'm sitting on this chair and my legs sleep up. When they say when your leg go asleep. Oh my gosh. I have a mastermind at 7 p.m. So I have to do that. Yeah, girl, I'm up here acting all cute. Can't even get up because the leg gone asleep on me. Oh my goodness. But yeah, guys, think about the knowledge, the skills, and the gifting that you have. I know, think nursing, you were saying, you know what? I was thinking about having a healthcare agency. I use listen, everything that I went through to start mine, I'm a consultant now. So holler at your girl. And you ready? Holler, holler. Yeah, so the thing, guys, use your gifting and your skills. People invest where they see value. And when you're able to do that, then it comes back. What did I have to do? Yeah, I paid somebody for it. And that's some things too. People think that, I can do it by myself. There's nothing wrong with that because there's going to come a point where you will have to do the work. But when you get the knowledge and the know-how and then the experience, because there were some experiences that I had. You are going to be tested during business. God does test to see, do you really want this thing? Sometimes we get a little bit comfortable and a little bit lackadaisical, like, I don't know. And then it's snatched right from under you. And then you pray and say, oh God, Lord have mercy. Yes, Lord of mercy, we need this, we need, we need this. Yes, I've had that happen to me where I got to that place in that space. And my thing was, why did I want to do it? My thing was this. I said, I want to build clinics. I want to travel throughout the world and build clinics and work on medical mission. And what I learned during that process, I didn't have to build the clinics. So they have something in Jamaica where we can adopt, OPT, right? You can adopt a clinic. So we didn't have to go build I didn't have to go build in clinics, and our medical mission partnered with another station in Ghana where we were able to bring fresh water, right? So I spoke about your personal mission statement. What is it? Education, you're right. Clean water, and that for children and adults. So that's how I give my money. That's how I give my time. If it's in alignment, you guys are just connecting here, man, I tell you. Connect, guys, because you guys are going to meet amazing people here in that space. So if it's in alignment, and this is what I was intentional about YouTube. Yeah, absolutely. The world smiles with basil or basil. Me I go say a basil. If me I say Jamaican style, a basil. Yes, you to be tested, and that's why I'm saying. And also along the way, I always tell people just show up in integrity. Usually when I introduce people like to my circle, I always say to them, listen, I know from you, just know me. Just it. That's all. Right? Because there's somewhere in the Bible talk about a man that's, you work hard for your name. And that's, people are like, that's all you want? Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you guys, when you, how do I say that? When you move to a level, and that's why, like we talk about Frightened Friday, where Gladys and stuff. Me know Gladys are Frightened Friday for nobody. Because many of us, especially Jamaican people, I just always say, me not Gladys are Frightened Friday for nobody. So I don't care how much millions you have and stuff. And I've been in those rooms, and it's your name. Your name means a lot. Like if somebody says to me, Sharon, do you know so and so? Okay. Or if someone connected and used my name, that individual is going to pick up the phone and call me because they're going to check their checks and balances. And so that's why it's not so necessary for me to come over here and say, may I go viral. Okay, great. And guys, because you have to be careful with this sub for sub thing. Sometimes you have to wait like 24 hours or something. But if you go over there, make sure say on a watch at least for 5 minutes, one of the video them. If not, they may cancel out each other. So that's why sometimes you may see, like sometimes I go in, guys, make sure that you really, oh, Julie and Think Nurse, I was going to ask, make sure someone subscribe to me because when I look at my thing, it keeps saying unsubscribe, but don't touch it because it will unsubscribe the other person. Right. So what I do, I have another account. So sometimes come one, come two, right? So just look to make sure because it would cancel out. So that's why we usually tell people within 24 to 48 hours. That's why I'm a screenshot. And that's how Casey and all of them, that they know that's how I sub. We don't want it to cancel out. But even if them try and do it, still make sure that I'm connected. So guys, yeah. Right. So yes, guys, make sure that you watch those videos for somebody. It's Ali, I''S''ALE. Listen, it's Ali. If it's Ali, come on here. He lives, not a Jamaican, he was a teacher, retired teacher. He have a whole farm in a backyard in Florida. I think he have Aki, he have Nesberry, he have sugar cane, he have papaya, he have June plum, salsa. How can one person have so many things in their backyard? In a Florida, I don't want a little backyard, but they're among things, and his numbers are skyrocket because people want to see somebody plan. So if he comes, it's IT''S''Ali. If he comes on, Betty's Corner, we have Ever Blessed Family TV. Hey everybody, I watch his family. I was impressed. Yeah, Ever Blessed Family TV comes on also. We used to do Travel with Derek. I hope Derek didn't give up, but he works. And so sometimes, guys, people are not able to come on. But I'm saying be intentional with how you want to make connection because you're one person away from the information that you need. And one of my clients, she wants to do some other things, and because of someone that I know, I was just able to make a connection and say that's what we need. So that's what we're doing. Farming, yes, he does farming, and some people are doing homestead. And so big up to Nemo 504. Really interesting. He's so supportive, dude, really supportive. You can tell him RN to CEO sent you, or VC or KC, and he'll make the connection. Yeah, he has a whole lot in his backyard. Casey Inspiration. Gonna go to another meeting now, but if you're still here, I'll come back on one. But we'll screenshot and connect to those who are here. Absolutely. That's what I can do. I have experience in farm. What? You have experience in farming, girl? You better start doing the nurse who farm. Oh yeah, you did tell the story. I keep telling Think Nursing. I can listen to her talk the whole time. She tells such a good story. And the first day I said, I hope she don't think I'm crazy, but I'm like, I'm hooked. She would just start with the story and then she go into it and then Girl, you make me feel like I was back on the floor. But you have a voice like mine that can tell a story. Girl, you got money and the money. Yes, that's my upbringing. Yeah, she spoke about and I love the fact, coming from humble beginnings. That's why many of us are not Frightened Fridays, because I have friends millionaires. I have friends who are new millionaires, and when they get to that place, they sometimes, it's like another friend of mine and I were spinning. It was like, it's like something in them click, and they have to start sounding a certain way. Their opinions get a certain way, and that's why I'm saying I'm new with that, because many of you are probably just maybe, especially those in the wellness and health space, you're just maybe 4 contracts away. You get 250. you get 4 of those. That's your $1 million right there. So when we're thinking about you know millionaires and becoming all of that, I've had friends who did that during the pandemic. One thing I could have done, but I chose not to, and I'm glad that I didn't, because if you're going to do something just because of that, then it doesn't make sense. There is no joy in it. You're going to burn out, and it can be detrimental to your health. But if something that you want to do, yes, and I've seen people just get really silly about it, but it may not even buy them class, because Jamaica, we're a class thing too, right? We're a class society. When I say I have no class, boy, I wear something else. But I'm just saying, it's not even that, because we're sitting in the same space, we're doing the same thing, it's the same strategy, and what you decide, what you like to do. I will tell you, when they're saying, well, why would one person make money and another not? It's so interested, because there's a whole psychology around it. It's not like you can't. You absolutely can. You have different wheels of income. You have different ways. I will talk about that in money don't change people, it only reveals them. Yes, it potentiates, it enhances what they really were. That's what money does, is more of it. And so I'm not, and sometimes when we put all of that energy around money, what does it all mean? It's a commodity. It allows you to do things, and you can do things without money. I can't say too much, but I've done some training in personal development. It's like it's 6 months. It's high level. God, you don't even need money. Many of us have lived our lives like that, because we used to see our grandparents go to Newmarket every Wednesday. Almost like, then what they left with, they came back. They would barter things too, right? So, hey, Mary Johns, thank you for being here. One more thumbs up. Look at God. So there are things that you can do, guys, and we've lived that life. We've seen where grandmother said, boy, we don't have so-and-so, but my so-and-so, I want goat over there, so I want cow over there, so we can't get milk, or they could get milk from us, or we had more eggs than they did. And so people always think that's money. That's why they get stuck up on that thing. Not true, the world smiles with Basil. For me right now, I can talk. I can get on the phone and do a sales call. My God, for me to go to Florida, where was I? California. And I walked out. Some people, let me just say, one reason is that all persons are not utilizing the gift given to them. It's true. Most people follow trends and try to mimic what is already being done, I guess, expecting a come up. And one of them, I did 2 videos last week, and I haven't posted them. Some of you have heard about DoorDash. And I didn't post them, and I think I am going to post them, but still, she was out there inspiring people, and then there are a lot of hate. People start digging up stuff about her. Someone put a Caribbean spin on it. So I want people to listen. But the thing is this, my journey and my experiences are different, and that's what makes me unique. I was talking about think nursing and why I loved listening to her, and I'm like, she was telling her story. We're both nurses, right? She and I are both nurses. We're both from Jamaica, right? But her story and her experiences, and she's a practitioner, and her experience makes it even so more unique, because once, I always say, people, when they made me, they broke the mold. Are so unique, you are so different. So that's, for me, how I decide to show up in business. Oh, who think nursing? She's a nurse. No, not Dodash. Dodash is not a nurse. But what I'm saying, think nursing, well, is a nurse. But what I'm saying that with Dodash, if you listen to her, and I said it in my video, she's been exposed to the personal development field. And then she even said it, she's been in spaces. So for me, who have been in this a long time, I've been board certified as a coach since 2012. I've been in many rooms, know a lot of these speakers, from a lot of them. You watch a lot of the tube. Yeah, so you have to know when people have been exposed to it. So people who are going to copy, yes, she can motivate people, and I take it for what it is. Look at that view. Oh my God. You see, I'm in the view purposely, guys, because sometimes, I'm kind of private where I am. Yeah, Doe Dash. Yeah. Yeah, so her thing is out there. She's inspiring people, and a lot of people have started their YouTube channel, or they've up it, but they have to understand that they are going to need to invest their time, energy, and resources to up their skill. But she did give them the basics. Some of the I didn't need to invest in her stuff, but you guys know me. Every now and then I'll come on a channel and I'll drop a super chat or something. That's another thing too, guys. And for those who understand the law of reciprocity, meaning sowing and reaping, if you get value from someone, hurt, when it comes to sewing, you just sew into them, because you may want to support them. You may share a little or some information with them. And one of the things that I've learned, and in many of the trainings, and nobody didn't even need to train me for this, because I grew up apostolic Pentecostal, what I say, Holy Ghost filled, water baptized, Jesus on your side, ears ring on lipstick, Lord of mercy. Couldn't do that back in the day. 17 thumbs up. Look at God. Thank you so much, Miss Julie. But I'm saying, I've already learned a lot about sowing and tithing, and sin. And I always tell people that if you have an issue with receiving, it really means the flip side. You have a real deep issue with giving. And it took me a while to figure that out, because some you may just want to give because it makes feel good. I did not know how to receive. I had to learn to receive. Learn to receive a compliment, which is so true. Learn to say no. I used to say not at this time. I had to learn to say no. And learn to say thank you, and learn to receive. Because one of the things I know about, I'm going to share something with you. Can I share something with you? Drop a 1 in here if you want me to share something with you. You are already doing it. You've heard it in a church already, but may I go tell you again. This is one of the things you want to learn. Think nursing, someone want to hear it. You grew up with that principle, think nursing, from listening to you. Huh? Cases, kitchen, creations with a K, want to hear it. Hallelujah. Hey, let me tell you this thing though, before my train of thought left me. But yeah, Joyful Julie said, all right, Miss Sharon. Because we know, so Miss Julie, if you do a live tonight, Miss Julie, me coming on it. One of the things that I've learned, and I teach my clients this, in order for money to come to you, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear me? I think the internet went out. Can you hear me? Okay, let me know. Am I okay? I can. All right. So the thing is this, because I'm up on the, yeah. The thing about money is this: in order for it to come into your life, it needs to move. So sometimes you find a way just to sow into people. So if you are sowing your money where somebody don't know to receive it, you're not sowing into fertile ground. Is that making sense? So in order for money, so for me, I don't get stuck up on it. If I listen and I understand the law of it, it's a law to money, guys. We grew up hearing this stuff and really delve into it. Money is currency. In order for it to move, so if I'm looking, yeah, because these yeah, landmarks. If I'm looking and I know that something needs to come into me, the law is I'm looking for somebody to bless. Did that make sense? Did that make sense? Guys, can you hear me? In order, if you want something else to come into your life, it needs to move. It's a, it has, there's energy to it. And when I say energy is this, me not talk no hocus pocus, none of them things there. Look at this. You see this? Something has to go in and out, right? So if money will go out, money will come in. But if it's like this, there's a block and it's in the mindset. Some of you right now, you may think you don't have the money. It's already there. You will be blessed regardless. That's right, Casey's Kitchen, creations with a K, creations with a K. Listen. And so in order for that, look for somebody to bless. Especially when it's good ground. This is stuff I don't like, and it's not stuff you need to talk about. That's what I'm talking about. Look for somebody to bless. So if somebody come and they give you a little cash app or something in your thing, and when you say thank you, that's it, and you go about your business because it will move. Sometimes even the 10%, the 10% work the other way. I called somebody one day. No, your cash app. You don't have to throw no cash app. No. But there are other ways to be blessed. And I said, girl, what's your cash app? She didn't even ask any questions. She sent it. And what I blessed her with, God did it 10 times more because I understand the law of reciprocity, the law of sowing and reaping and abundance. And you will never, Sharon can never be hungry. Look how me fat and nice and pretty with my pretty clean skin, right? Lord of mercy. No, what I'm saying is this, could never. Some people, their fear is that they won't have a place to live and they won't have food to eat. Look how much Jamaican restaurant, how much business I used to do, advertise their thing for me. I could never be hungry. A place to live. So sometimes when you bring it down to that, to the humble beginnings, how our grandparents and how they did it, and our parents, like when I listen to Think Nursing, how when our mother, she said, if I took tomato and some stuff the mother have, she would put it on a taxi and send it to school so they have food. And God provided. My God. And you ask, yes, Casey's Kitchen and Creations with a K, right? I just love doing that. The Lord said, ask and you shall receive. Believe and come on, because you have to experience it before you have it. Think Nursing said, each one reach one. That's what I always say. Absolutely. So you think about it. So whatever it is, when you spoke about being a nurse practitioner. I started out in 2008 and 2010. I couldn't see myself as a nurse practitioner at that time. And so because it wasn't in my mind's eye, I couldn't see it. It was, and I knew it wasn't for me at that time, right? But the moment you see yourself doing something, the moment you're thankful and grateful that it has happened, and so it is. Reciprocate. Come on. Look at God. God will bring the right people. So when I came on here, do I really want to go viral? Not really. And if I say it out of my mouth, that just may be the case. It may be something that I say somebody wants, but that was never my intention here. After 20, almost 30 years on radio, what more? Because I like the idea people didn't know what I looked like. I was very private about that. That was a whole nother thing, guys, with this. I know I was like, Lord, even when I joined Twitter how many years ago, why people following me and I don't know them, right? So it's something, you put yourself out there. And so people would meet me and don't know a lot about it. Like Julie is, she is on my personal what is it, Instagram, and my public. If you notice, they're two different. You know what I'm saying? So we put ourselves out there. So what is it that you want? I came here to meet amazing people. And God will actually do that. He will make people show up. They will show. There's some people that they're so nice, you just want to bless them. Like, oh my God, they're just so amazing. Because I could go on and listen somewhere and that person just blessed my life. And I'm just like, yeah. So if we're looking at that 10%, when you sow it, and I'm like, because you girl making big moves over here. I'm not playing. I don't play with what I do. And I always tell people this too, when you have a bill to pay it. Call them, make arrangements. Say a little prayer over something. You know, say, listen, McCandle, here, say what you can do, how much and buy. And if you fall out of integrity, you do it again. You know, you come back and you try to get back on the ball with it. Because some days you probably, it's not that you don't have it. Right now, it's not here. It's on its way to me. Right? And I used to have my young clients, I used to have millennial clients. And they're amazing. And some of them are doing amazing because what I would tell them to do, they actually, some of them just believe it. And they did it. And one of them, she has done really, really, between the lines, really well. Because she just, she just believed. VCC, I was like that too. Think nursing, yes, I don't want to go viral. You're already viral because you just popped up. I mean, I'm sure you're saying you don't want to go viral for the wrong reasons, right? Darren Speaks went viral without even trying. And that's the thing. Say what it is you want instead of what you don't want. I'm going to teach you guys another thing. Say what it is that you want. So when you say what it is you want, instead of what you don't want. See? Miss Julie going viral. Miss Julie actually have two. One of them is like 8,000 and something, or 9,000. So sometimes these things will happen. So it's, for me, I know how I roll, okay? So I didn't come with that just like da-da-da. So think nursing, you're gonna do big things with what you have because you're already blessed with it. So, oh God, Julie was, listen, when you go over Julie page, Julie, Lord, Julie, even in middle of the night, have me eat food, want food. Julie would just make something nice. Yeah, I think Jelly in Westmoreland. Yeah, she's have over 10K on TikTok too, and she didn't plan it. So some of you are going to go viral without even planning it, right? But I see Darren, I was on Darren's Sunday, and the response that he has gotten, I'm seeing where Darren is really thinking about it like, whoa. Because sometimes this algorithm thrusts you out there, right? So you don't want to go for the wrong. Just say what you want, the impact that you want, right? You're really motivated. Other nurses, think nursing, who want to, go on for either their nurse practitioner, and you're sharing valuable stuff. So be clear. Once you guys are clear with that, you will. Miss Julie, what was Miss Julie doing? Oh yeah, Miss Julie will just be at her house or something, or she takes us on the road sometime. Miss Julie, Your daughter a branch man. What for juicy patties? This on Pimo. Miss Julia, we best friend. No. Miss May I tell you, Miss Julie? Listen, Miss Julie, Miss Julie, I can't wait till you start doing the outdoor cooking. Juicy patties. Oh man, that's nice. Oh my goodness. What are you guys cooking tonight? Look at Casey, inspirational tales. She is back. Casey, you have to tell me how you dropped that. How much? 32 pounds? Because listen, my dear, me go my doctor, and she had talked about if me want to take one of the injection them. Yeah, Darren's life was good. I ended up being a moderator for him. And Julie was my first moderator because they were slamming me like how they were slamming Darren yesterday. Someone's like, Julie, I ended up being the expert. I was like, this, touch that. Yeah. I shall speak what I want, and so it is. And when you speak it, guys, speak it as it has already happened. And so you thank God. And y'all can find it in the scriptures. Some of y'all get scriptures better than me. So you speak it as if it has already happened, and you thank God in advance. KC is back in the building. She will all need to link before heading back over. Yeah, guys, and remember, you don't want the it to cancel out. So if you that's what it's sugar. KC inspirational. You two gone right between you and VC when we done with you on I go having a book. Yeah, girl. You know that's one of the things too, the sugar. Yeah, she asked me if a couple of my friends, and I have no problem with people having surgery. I've had the surgery, thing like that. I never thought of that. It's just, menopause and everything, things a little bit different. Sunday, Monday, yeah, I think stay away from that injection. Yeah, but she had tried to give me, one of them name, Zepbone or something like that. I have to watch the A1C. So this is what I'm telling you guys. When you have knowledge, like, all right, Casey, I'm going to get on your case now. Because VC know me, I was on her live. Girl, when you, Maya Angelou states that when you learn, you teach. So could you help someone by what you did? Like you said, just get away with the sugar. Maybe you could do a 30-day journal and teach us increments what you did. And so when you document what it is that you did, you can stay right where you are, and I could get that information, and that could help me. How could it help me? Well, it made me cut back on the sugar, because that's what you said. Made me go out there and move more, because it worked for her, and other things that you've shared. And what does that do for me? It enhanced my wellness, right? So now I cut out the sugar, the pre-diabetic and all of those things, and they're not just sugar, it's a whole other things too, exercising, all those things in place, take care of how I eat, cut back on some things, and what? More than likely, I will have a better quality of life. That's how the information that you have can help other people. So when you think about, oh my God, I did this, but it was so easy. For a lot of us, it isn't. Right? And we have a lot of folks have other things that's going on, right? So you could share something based upon the information that yes, I have another client who I call her the menopause queen. The menopause will, see, so that's the thing. You start documenting it. Get them exercise leaf book, as I would call it, and you write out what you did and how you set the intention for your day. There you go. I just gave you a whole masterclass on how you write your journal. And you can go on Amazon, upload it, and people all over the world can have what you have. That's how my friend Budgetnista did what she did. Like I said, she was somebody like VC, just decided to say, I'm going to document my process, right? She decided to document it, ask a lot of questions. That's what she did. And she put it in her book and did first book, which was her, what is it, the 7-week or 7-day budget. You just go on Amazon, you'll see her book. And she self-published because she decided to share it. And $20 million later, I ain't here talking her business. She's the one who talk about it. It is what it is. So Right, and that's what you're going to do, VC. You want to also document it because people invest in where they see value. And so these days, now me, I go see you. Oh, I'm going to speak it. I'm going to speak it right now. Drop a two. Every time I try to speak something, YouTube, I try to block me. I'm going to speak it right now. See, drop a two if you want to hear it. I started that in another aspect of my journey. Someone might learn something. Someone will learn something because you're going to speak it. Someone will learn. Oh, VC said, no, Jesus. So when you start talking, especially in the financial aspect of it, me, I go see you up on the stage as Sagicora, one of them. Boom, me just drop it right there, so. Because people want to hear it. So sometimes we're thinking like, oh my God, I'm just doing it just because I love it. And that's the thing, the passion for it. But then somebody else will want to hear you. That's how Budget Nista is up there with, what's her name? With Jakes and all of them. That's the first stage. And I gave her her first radio interview. Ask her full name to her. She know who I am. I gave her her first interview 5 a.m. in the morning because I did overnights. And she'll tell the story. She's in my Facebook community. Call her, right? And I spoke into life. I said, Ebony, Jet Magazine, every one of them, New York, everything. And all of those things she did. Don't be afraid to speak. That's why I have to be careful how people talk over. Oh, no, no, know that. And experience to motivate. Casey said we should share our knowledge and experiences to motivate, enlighten, and encourage each other. That's what we're placed on this planet for. Joyful Julie, I share all my YouTube know for free. I coach a lot. If people and then monetize. Yeah, Julie has given a valuable information, knowledge she is share. But in return, God will, he blesses. I had an experience, I'm not ready to share that yet, over the summer, where God just showed up and money could not buy it. It cannot even be explained. It baffled some folks. That's how God will show up, because when he blesses you, he also blesses your bloodline. Remember that. And so we are living off the grace and the prayer of those who went. You see what I'm saying? Knowledge is power, and the use of that is power, right? It is powerful. It is powerful. The game changes when you take that knowledge and you know, because when people come to me, right? When people come to me, I have to know how to present what it is that they need. I make them make that decision. I'm not forcing you. Sometimes I can get on a call and I'll tell you this. There are people who have asked for something. That's what I'm saying. Ask for what you want. But when it show up, like Basil said, you have a choice. I've had people, it showed up exactly. The money that they needed showed up. Everything was right there. And they have power of choice. Do they really want it? Because the mind has to change, right? We may think of an apple tree. There's a quote where when you plant the seeds of an apple for an apple tree, you're not just thinking about the apple, you're thinking about other seeds. You catch that? When you plant an apple tree, right? You're not just worrying about the apple, just the apple. Remember, each of those apples have different seeds. So they're seeds and so forth and so on. So if we were placed on this planet just for us, and it's for naught, right? Well, just for us. So your information that you're going to use is going to change the lives of other. Budget Nista, some of the information that she shared, it came back. It came back for a family member who was in her community, and the information she shared, that family member was able to use that, and it changed her life tremendously. All because somebody decided. She was a school teacher. She had somebody who told her to go invest some money. They robbed her. She wasn't any money. She had to go back home to live with her parents or with her friend or whatever. And she, how could this be? I'm a school teacher, right? How could this be? And from her experience, but her father was a CFO. So the father, listen to this now, and think nursing, all of you experienced parents. Our father would say, listen, why you run the shower salon? Because they're Nigerian. Why you run it? And she does her father's voice. Oh, you guys have a job? So on the need to go in the bathroom and maybe 10, 15 minutes, take on a shower and done. Why don't you leave it on the light? Want to have a job? Turn off the. So from her dad, she learned how to be responsible. And then he would sit down with them, and when there were bills, so they would understand at an early age. Look at that. For those of you who have children, I have a friend, responsibility. She wrote books on money for children. And she got that information on how to do, well, let's say we just connected. And she did it. She wrote the book. And she now have two books, a Jamaican girl too. I think is it dollars at 10. She is on Instagram also. Yeah, she is on Instagram, but she wrote two books for children, how to understand money. And here I was able to purchase them for my grandsons. So yes, let's start talking about money. Remember when we were little in Jamaica? I have a bank book somewhere that we used to do banking. Who remembers that? Julie, do you remember it? Were they still doing that? VC, Kitty, Think Nursing? Jamaicans, let me tell you, say, we are going with things over here. We ought to take over YouTube, we turn when we go anywhere. May I tell you, if they will make we go up in another house up there. And I don't know. True. That's why. Yes, me have a bank book somewhere in Jamaica. Yes. Right. Okay. So yes. So for those of you with children, and she wrote the books for kids, and she's very smart. Let me tell you, even in this country here, you still do. Sometimes you would say, how can I do with the money that I have? Another thing, every millionaire have at least 8 to 9 wheels of income. You can even Google it and see what it is. I don't hide anything from anybody. I'll tell you. There are different streams of income. Jamaicans say, oh, we have a job. We have this job, that job. It's not necessarily so much jobs. It's the wheel of income. Some of you may have an investment property. Some of you will learn how to invest, right? And some of you will use your IT, which is intellectual property. I'm here dropping gems, guys. And so me don't want to hear say, oh, me start write the book or me stop the book. Intellectual property, this. Your story. You dropped 32 pounds. How did you do that? That's your IT. That's your intellectual property. We were placed on this planet to help other people. The moment is this. The moment you understand. Zig Ziglar said this. If you give enough people what they want, you in turn will get what you want. Let me say that again. If you give enough people what they want, you in turn get what you want. That's why you're clear about what it is that you want. KC International says, inspirational. Oh, me like that. KC International. Cho. I must say your company name that. KC Inspirational Tales. Yes, we still do. Okay, about the bank account. VC said, that is important too. Various streams of income are needed. And so, vibing with KC, I'm going to rewrite that for you. That is so important. I do understand that I do need various streams of income. They're absolutely needed. Liz Moo official, you are so right. Yes. So when we look at it, right, your intellectual property, the stories that you're telling. See, some of you are good storytellers, and you have to know how to bring that across. So I may just have a business, me, just have a business. Me, I have to go out there and tell people about my experiences, because there are going to be ups and there are going to be downs, right? There are going to be some things that you're going to go through. You're going to find out where you're going to have to lean on your faith. You're going to find out and stop trying to think that they're going to come in your business. Sometimes it may. And there are people who have, like Julie, I know she's doing something amazing for herself, right? The building of the house. You showed us a little bit of that. So there are people out there that you can have things that you can do for your family. And there's some family members, but always remember your family is your family. If you are able to do things with them, then do it. There's nothing wrong with it. So then the mindset again, when you look at the wheels of streams of income, your intellectual property. It's money that's making for you, even if you're not there. You don't even have to think about it because you wrote that book once. You wrote that journal once. It's recurring income, right? And we talk a little bit about marketing. You go out, you talk about it, you create, and then from that one book now, listen to this book, KC, VC, and everybody, drop a tree. Drop a tree if you don't want to hear it. Drop a tree in the chat if you don't want to hear it. Me, I go tell on the thing now. Or the thing set up, right? So from that one thing that you have done, think nursing said, girl, I'm here for it. I've been sitting in the driveway. I'm here for it, okay? So from that one book or journal, then now you have a talk. When you come off of the stage, in the back, we call it the back of the room, then you book them back there themselves. Then they gonna say, girl, you talk up this so much. Like my client, we created her program. Let me tell you, we actually created her program, a 3-level program from people wanting to be nurse practitioners. That's why I'm listening to you, right? And so from there now, they said, boy, but don't talk. They want the book and they want something else. What else may I forget them? Get them a workshop. And that them are gonna say, okay, that don't what them want. Then you create a coaching program. We want to do it in person, or you want to set it up. Am I making sense? From that one thing, Bob Proctor, the late great Bob Proctor, God rest and bless his soul, said, let the main thing be the main thing. So you can take that one little book. That's what my friend Budget said. One little book, one little dege book. Let me talk to you, girl. Think nursing, you need a coach. You need a coach. Holla at you, girl, right? That's what I'm talking about. Because VC, you can have an Airbnb, somebody have an Airbnb, but you're doing what you love. See, the moment you do what you love, you never have to work a day in your life. And guys, I like to keep my friendships. And this is what I learned from another multi-millionaire Jamaican one too. No, our parents were, but we have that extra je ne sais quoi. We have that extra thing, right? One of the things that I learned is that I work with contracts because I don't want there to be any misunderstanding with our friendships. So that's why people say when money and friendship, when you sit in these rooms, you see people on this party and that party, I lie, they are all friends. Guys, they are friends. KC Inspirational, yes, just like my one book, and I turn it into a channel. Absolutely. And I'd love to learn more. Vibing with KC, yeah, may have you thinking, because some may rough you up. I was like, girl, I want the book. And all you have to do, take one of those, what we used to call them, exercise book. See, me leave Jamaica a long time and I probably don't even talk like that anymore. And you start writing what you want it to look like. If you were to create that journal, what would it look like? Because sometimes too, people are worried about being perfect. Stop it. There's nothing about perfect. And Casey's Kitchen creation, with a K, all those amazing recipes and things that you do. You know what, today, okay, let me tell you. One of my family members, my grandkids, I don't really like talking about my family too much, but you know what, just in case, is allergic to milk, eggs, and nuts. I had to learn how to make vegan pancakes and vegan waffles. You know where I went? Casey, I would love to see you do that, the alternative stuff. I had to go on YouTube to learn how to make vegan waffles and vegan pancakes. And the more that I learn about vegan stuff, a lot of the stuff is fried. It doesn't need to be fried, right? But this vegan stuff, I'm like, you say you can't make bread and them things without eggs? I had no idea. Vegan butter, vegan this, vegan that. And of course, you have to read the ingredients. But I went on, and then there was a little boy. I couldn't even understand what he was saying, but it was his recipe because it was actually how much stuff to use. He was telling me how to make vegan waffles because a little, almost 4-year-old is telling me, I see you're homesick. You're supposed to be over there. No, I want vegan. No, I want special waffles. I did not know how to make that. But somebody, on YouTube is how-to videos. How to. All right, KSC said, okay, that's what no ma'am, I'm telling you, that's what I'm doing right now. Big up to you, KSC. I do the thing. VC say, yes. See, I'm so exercise. That's how my channel started. And that's amazing. Or into CEO. Yeah, it started out, you know, and I own it. I own the name. I own everything. Y'all need to start looking at that too, how you own your intellectual stuff. So it can come with an idea. Wonderful. Lizmo underscore official. I'm gonna catch some sleep now. It's 3:30 a.m. Where are you? In Kenya. I've learned a lot, and you've been blessed by everyone. And please connect. Bless you all. Yes, up off in a bit too. Okay, wonderful. Guys, I want to thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. You guys can run if you have to. It's no problems. I'm trying to get in those watch hours, and this is it. I wanted to offer value. And if you found value in this, that's good stuff. Because now I believe God give us the, hey, Basil, I was just talking about, income, how we can all have 8 to 9 wheels of income. Yes, and that's what it's about. Because you think nursing, you attract who you are. You give out a lot of valuable nursing. Information. I'm listening to her. I was like, shoo, I may go back for that NP. The moment I decide what I want to do with it, MBA, NP, PhD, all of that stuff. So yeah, and sometimes too, if you can, you do what you need to do. So you are inspiring every last one of you. You are inspiring people with what you do. Don't ever think that that is not so. You are so welcome, and I'd love to see you in Call to Millions, which is the mastermind. What I started to do too, how things are changing and nurses are busy. Yeah, I always get, let me tell you, you see how you ladies are giving, gentlemen are giving value? God will pour it back into you. If I poured into you today, I think, yes, absolutely. And we can set up a call. And that's it too. Like I said, I know right now, many of my nurses are busy. So my coaching program is for the working nurse. It's for the working nurse who want to continue working and build their business, because that was my blueprint and it worked. And even during the pandemic, and people say, well, do you only work with nursing? Remember, guys, I told you about the 8 to 9 wheels of income. Nursing is one part of my business because I'm a nurse. Why not turn it into something, right? So the other part of it, I used to work with a lot of people in the arts because of radio, during music, like intellectual property, protecting that. And many of you guys, you have to understand you don't own any platform. So how do I get the people off the platform into, you hear people talk about funnels, maybe I'll do a talk on that. And that's easy to do, right? Because you want to stay connected with them. My thing is, I choose not to sell people. I want them to make the decision for themselves, because if you can get this much for free, when I have more time to dedicate to you, what do you think that's going to be like? And so that's how that works. And folks, I always say, never be afraid to invest in yourself. People say, well, how do I get the money? I used to tell my clients, go look in your closet. Those pocketbooks, those shoes, those outfits, those things you're no longer wearing. Did you know you could bless somebody with that? People will even buy that. When eBay was really hot, I guess it's still there, I don't know. So many of you have things. I have a client, and I always say, I hate to say past client, they never leave me, and that's the thing. She is in the Bahamas, and she wanted to work one of my programs. And this is something I'm going to share with you all before you leave to really understand this. She wanted to work with me, and she said, Dr. Addison, I don't have the money. And I said to her, well, what is it that you do? What do you want? She said, I want to take your program. I said, why? And she told me. I said, okay. I said, is it that you do really well that people like? And she said, I bake banana bread. Yeah, but I'm gonna circle back to that, VC, with what I meant by that. Yes, and that's part of what you do too. So she said, I bake banana bread. She's in the Bahamas. She said, I bake banana bread. I said, the people don't like it. She said, I love it. I said, how much you charge her? $5. I said, double it and sell it for 10. She said, how am I going to buy it for 10? I said, put it in a lovely packaging, put a bow around it, put a nice little card. See, presentation is everything also. And you can sell the banana bread. And she said, wow, okay. And I said, what else do you do? She said, well, I have an MBA. I don't really use it. I said, girl, you have an MBA and you're not using it? I said, well, have you ever thought about becoming an executive assistant? Because that's how I met her. I spoke at an event. She was the one who did all the printing and everything for it. She has giftings that she was not even paying attention to. And so from her baking her banana bread and from her hiring herself out as an executive assistant, she had more than enough to invest in my program. But it wasn't about me. See, when you have a skill and a gift, it had nothing to do with me. Because whether it's me or not, now she knows that she can use those gifting and those skills and generate income for whatever it is that she needs. So that's why sometimes people say, oh, I have money, I don't want to give people that money. I say, baby, I'm not here to take your money because I can teach you how to create more money. I can teach you how to do that because right here now, if somebody I've had people do that, take the free stuff and turn it into something, but be intentional with what you're doing. So true. I believe in blessing people. I'm also a thrifter. So what I did with that client who kept saying she had no money, I tell her to go into her closet and I said to her, I said, what do you have in your closet? She said, I have boots, I have bags, I have some stuff I didn't even wear and some stuff that I use. I said, did they make you happy? She said, yes. I said, well, now there may be somebody else who may need it. And so you could choose to. Some of it you could give, some of it you could throw away and, give on it, whatever. But I said there are few of them that it could make other people happy also. So you could choose to sell them. And there was a market for it. And one weekend she made over $500 on eBay. That's what I'm talking about. So when we think of how we do things, when it comes to, and you can see this now, money will happen because we can create it, right? Guys, I really want to blot this out. There's a reason why, because these are landmarks. Okay. We can always create money. You could bake a cake, you could do a yard sale, you could do, the fish fry or fish steam, make it healthy. You could do a walk. You could do your t-shirts, like Casey could do her t-shirts. She could start her movement. She could do her little courses, even if somebody paid $10, $15 to come in, because people invest in where they see value. And you can still give freely. But if they want more, people will do that to get closer to you. I will, my voice in the future too. And AI is another thing that you can use. AI, your voice. Yeah, I've seen people, they've done that. Yeah, there are people there. Actually, Everblessed TV, Family TV, maybe his son has a AI channel and it's talking about herbs and stuff. It's a whole, that name, I can never remember it because when I give it to him, kind of mix it up a little bit, but it's all AI and it's talking about, so some of you have heard about faceless YouTube. Faceless channel too, right? So this is how we create money. Money is currency. Money moves. And you can see now and we wonder how our parents did it. They just trust and they believed. They might not have had a lot, but they did with it. My parents, 7 children, 6 are we born in Jamaica and 1 up here. Like how did they do it? And we saw that. And sometimes do we think that we have to physically work hard? Yes, we understand and we've done it, but this is where it's made. Your intellectual property. That's where, and continue doing what you love. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But in order, all right, guys. So I'm going to run. Thank you all. I think we look prettier outside. We look prettier like this. Ciao. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, supporting. And until next time, take care. We'll talk more. If you enjoyed, I'll drop a link if you guys want to connect. We can do it. Have a good night. Thank you. Blessings. Yaman. Respect. The world smiles with Basil. Oh my God, my friend from Kenya. Nasula. Hey, guys, connect with her. Listen, if you connect with Nasula, everybody in Kenya, some nice people though. Oh my God, Nasula, congratulations. She made her nerves and was there crying, and I dropped a thing for her and she cried even more. Y'all, you guys, she is a really nice lady. Bye. Please connect with Nasula, Naisula. She's above there. Please screenshot. Take care now. Oh, I love you all. You guys are amazing. Take care. I got to jump on a call now. Bless up. Take care. Bye-bye.